here for the few minutes and then end stream. We're not gonna do anything like last time. I'm pretty sure when everything you know is wrong ended. Right, there was like 300 of you. Um, I'm not really gonna like we're not gonna raid anybody. We're not gonna do anything, and I'll probably answer a couple questions, but a couple questions, but I mainly just wanted to get on here for a few minutes since I am kind of a little bit. I've been a little bit busy lately. I do want to talk first about a few things like this channel and this whole stretch thing. I think the stretch series is really cool, even though it kind of died a long time ago, right? Albuquerque and everything you know is wrong was months and months ago. It's almost a year ago actually, which kind of scares me because those times were very nice, and I think to the people who have been here since that point, I think it's very interesting. I think it's very nice that some of you are still here to this day. Obviously, I don't think most of you have, chatted or been here for every single stream. I know some of you have been here for a lot of it, and I like that because it's really cool to see. It's cool to see people chat here, right? Because in my mind, I like to give everything a meaning, right? I'm not going to have this monologue, but I originally made these stretch streams as like what would happen if I made this? Like how many people would be here for this? What would happen if I made this a thing? What if I took an ongoing meme at the time and just stretched it to 1,000 hours, not 100,000. You'll get that maybe. No. Basically, what I want to say is it's really cool. I find it really nice that a lot of you have became friends. A lot of you have chatted throughout the stream, had a nice, cozy, wonderful time. I think that's really cool. I mean, if I had to be honest, I have not been around for a lot of the. Had to be honest, I have not been around for a lot of the streams for the Weird Al Show theme, stretched to 1,000 hours, just because I've been so busy with other stuff. But I also just don't care as much about this. I don't want to say that this whole 1,000 hour thing for the Weird Al Show was stupid because I think it was great. I think it closed off this trilogy that we had of stretching stuff to 1,000 hours. First, it was Albuquerque. I don't think I was going to do everything and it was wrong. I did everything and it was wrong. And then people asked, "Hey, what are we gonna do now? The Weird Al Show? Are we gonna do Albuquerque reanimated?" Because I did promise that. And as you know, the chat, I don't know. I think I want to talk about this channel because I said this in the bye-bye video, right? The last published video to this channel, which the time lapse is going to come out tomorrow, by the way, in case anybody's asking. The bye-bye video was actually like legit. Like I even though it released on April Fools following like 5 other streams, the issue is that video was kind of true, right? I don't really know what I mean, it was somewhat true. I did kind of say in that video that the Weird Al Show theme stretched to 1,000 hours isn't happening, and here we are. But my point is, I don't see what I want to what we want to upload to this channel, right? Because obviously, I think some people have asked, "Oh, dude, you got to do the Weird Al Show theme roulette or whatever," and it's like that is still on the table, but I just don't know. I feel like the meme has died out. And I'm not saying that like you can't make stuff if like a meme is dead. I think there's many memes out there that like some I've even kind of reconsidered into this channel that's like been dead for years. Like you can still do stuff with it. I just don't think that's something I want to do. Uh so it's not that I didn't want to do the Weird Al Show theme or intro. I keep saying theme, but I'm pretty sure it's intro. I feel like you guys are gonna have to kind of say something about that. But I want to get this through because I'm kind of talking for a while. There's a lot I want to like show and talk about. But honestly, I think there was not a lot of viewers throughout this whole thing, right? Like I feel like with Albuquerque and everything you know is wrong. Obviously, over time they disintegrated in like with the average viewer count, and this one definitely plummeted quite down somewhat because all of the streams before the Weird Al Show theme or intro stretch to 1,000 hours was they all have like 1,000 views. So there has been a lot of people for every stream throughout all of them. Well, the like 40-minute stream when like my power went out on the Everything You Know Is Wrong stream, like the 70th one, that doesn't have 1,000 views, which makes sense because it's really short. But you guys got to go to that right now, and get it to 1,000. No. I don't know. I'm a little nervous. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've spoken to like a vast majority of the people in this chat. I don't have a lot to talk about. I guess I can talk about like statistics because that is what I did in the last like the last two instances I've sort of had this going, or mainly on the last one. There have been, I think, I don't actually. Let me update it, or let me like get like the accurate number because a lot of you have been like talking. Um, there have been about 160,000 messages that have been sent in this chat, which isn't that bad. I mean, I'm not saying it like it is like a small amount, but it definitely is very small because if I do go to like, my list of stuff I was going to talk about, there was 500,000 for everything you know is wrong and 200,000 for Albuquerque. And the reason why it didn't have that much was because the first like 30 or 40 streams just had not even 100 messages because when this channel entirely started with the stretch streams, there was nothing before it. There was nothing. I mean, that not exactly public wise, but there has been some stuff, and I think 160,000 messages for something like this is still pretty surprising. Now obviously, the community post, right? I made a community post few months ago. I don't remember when, but I think it was a progress report of Albuquerque Redrawn. That's another thing. I kind of wanted to say this a few minutes ago. There's quite a few of you here, right? I say go draw a frame right now. Leave this window in the background because nothing's going to be up until I like say anything. I'm not going to show anything on stream, but like this is the best time I could probably ask for Redrawn to like get a big boost because when I made a progress report, I was like, we will probably do the Weird Al Show intro stretch to 1,000 hours. And we did after a while. And I wanted to do it partially because I wanted Albuquerque Redrawn to be boosted. And I think there were like 1,400 frames when this started. There's like 1,200 now. So it definitely was a bit of a help, I think. But it just didn't get like super far, right? I have had ideas to like stream more frames. Maybe I might, but I think there being 1,200 frames right now still seems like a lot. But I think honestly we could do it if we really like. Not now, obviously, but I think all of you should draw a frame or two, whatever you guys want to do. I'd maybe only draw one frame just because I do have some stuff to show in a few minutes. But I think Albuquerque Redrawn. I feel like when it releases, I wouldn't say it's disappointing, but I think it's because it's been in the works for like 10 months, right? Does it really feel like it was worth the 10 months, if that makes sense? Like, if I were to make something that took months or like a year, would it be good, right? Would it be up to its standards in that term, right? So I think a lot of people probably imagine Redrawn. I think a lot of you have probably pictured, oh, what would Redrawn look like? And it looks very good, but it is not perfect at all. There is a lot of frames where there's just objects missing, the background's not shown. But at the same time, I'm like, you can't really argue with that. I'm not like upset at that because even with those frames, we still have a lot to go. But we're 85% of the way done. So I want to stop talking about I want to stop talking about Redrawn because that I'm kind of going on about this for so long. But I do like to look at the statistics for all of these streams because, of course, the first stream has the most messages throughout this 1,000-hour thing of Weird Al Show. A lot of you said that there was going to be like was it going to continue after the intro? Like, was it going to show an episode? But no, I don't know. So yeah, there was about 12,000 messages as the first stream, and I think the least amount of messages in a stream is probably when it like crashed like 3 hours in. Wait, no, hold on. 10 messages, what? Okay. Apparently stream 46 has like no messages. I don't what? Hold on. That's very interesting. Like I didn't hang on. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I think the the last in the last stretch streams we talked about uh what is it, the streams we talked about. In the last stream of Everything You Know Is Wrong, there was this uh list of videos we could do, or songs, as the next stretched. And i I think we're not going to do that again, obviously, because um there's excuse me for 1 second. Sorry, there's just some stuff happening in some maintenance stuff. But in the last Everything You Know Is Wrong stream, there was a list of other songs and videos that we could do for the next stretch, and I'm not going to do that now because I think it's kind of clear that this whole stretch thing is over. I think, if I already haven't said this like 10 minutes ago, because I've been talking here for a while, I'm going to stop. I'm going to wrap this up very soon. But this the streams, this is sort of the end of the channel. I don't think there's going to be another 1,000-hour stretch stream, and I don't think there's going to be any videos or anything. I don't know. If there is, obviously, I will just upload them at a random time, that a completely random drop, because that is how I am in general. To the people who don't know me, right? I'm Slash. I'm one of the people that run this channel, Slash Port. I got my own main channel. Not to plug, but like in case you're wondering, oh, who's this fella? I'm that channel, which it keeps being called like 17 alt, which is just not correct. I've been there for a lot longer than this one. So, um, I wanna I wanna say another thing before I go. Um, I don't. Hang on. Oh my god. Oh.